I think that's working. All right. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I'm sure everyone here has something they're afraid of in the world, right? Toastmasters on clowns? You must have been really terrified of that clown that was sitting there making all those balloon animals for us at one time. Miss McCarver, do you have something that you're afraid of? Spiders. Toastmaster Kimbrell? Bugs. Toastmaster Campbell? Snakes. See, we all have our unique fears that we are afraid of. We all have something that just really gets on our nerves and kind of makes us want to back up a little bit. But here's the thing. Why be afraid of those things? Why can't we turn those weaknesses that we have, those fears, into strengths, something that we can kind of get from a different perspective, get a different perspective on these things, and turn those into things? Because if you allow fear to control you and allow your fear of spiders or of clowns, you'll never see the other side of the clown or the other side of the spider, because they all have their own purposes. Clowns can be funny. Clowns are hilarious. Spiders have a job. Their job is to control the insects. And what was, you said snakes? Snakes control rodents. If we didn't have snakes, I mean, they wouldn't be here, especially, and also some people like to have snakes as pets. All right? For me, some of the things that I feared and had to overcome were heights. Heights were a big thing for me. But once I overcame it, I realized how exciting heights could be. I used to go, during the summers, I would go to the rock quarry in if any of you have been to Clemson, South Carolina? Okay, there's a rock quarry over there in Clemson, South Carolina that I used to go to with some friends of mine. And you get up there, it's about a 30-foot drop or so, and it's got overseeing Lake Hartwell. Well, me and my friends would go out there during the summer, and me, being scared of heights, when you first walk up to that thing, up to that rock, and you're standing and you're looking down, it's a 30-foot drop, and you don't think 30 feet's that high until you're actually standing there looking down at it. So I was like, all right, my friends are standing there, you don't want to look scared in front of your friends. So, at that moment, I faced that moment of truth where it was either jump or allow my fear to get the best of me. For me, I jumped. And boy, did I have some fun. I did it multiple times. As a matter of fact, there was one time we went to another rock quarry after that. And I literally walked up to it, turned around, and did a straight up backflip off of it. Never jumping off of it before in my life. 30 feet down. Some people looked at me like, you're a little bit crazy. I was like, the first time I ever jumped off a rock quarry, I was terrified. All right, second, being afraid of death. The media tells you all the time, oh, don't do this because it'll cause cancer. Well, if you look at it, everything causes cancer these days. I mean, whether you're walking down the street, breathing in the oxygen that you're outside your door. I mean, come on, let's be real here. I don't think that you're going to automatically get cancer from that. But some people allow the media to dictate their lives. For me, I'm not going to allow that. Yes, I'm afraid of death, but death is inevitable. Death is something that is going to happen whether I want it to or not. Whether I prolong it or whether it comes, I believe there is a set time where I am going to die. But I understand that I have a life to live before that time. For me, I'm going to live my life. And I'm not going to live in fear of death. Because when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I understand that. And in those last few moments before I die, I'll look back over my years. I won't regret. I'm not going to regret what I didn't do. But what I am going to look back over is the things that I did do and how they affected my life and how I impacted other people. So death is something that I'm not going to be afraid of anymore. Public speaking. I first came in here. Toastmasters is difficult. I mean, I did public speaking beforehand. When you get in front of classes in your elementary schools or middle schools or high schools, you had to present projects, correct? What was one project you've had to present?
Science fair.
Science fair. Everybody had to do the science fair at some point, okay? And you got a group of people who are crowding around you, and you're just sitting here trying to remember everything, hoping you don't freeze in front of everybody. I've been there. I've done that. I've frozen in front of people, stumbled through what I was going to say. As a matter of fact, the first speech I ever did in here, I believe, was a table topic. What would you do with $10,000? Or something like that. And I think it was by Toastmaster, what's her name? Julie. Omer. She gave me that one. I came up here, never been here, never done public speaking before. Well, I have done it, but on a much smaller scale, but never actually focused on public speaking. I got up here and I froze. And I only came up with two things. If I could go back and do that speech over again, I'd probably have 1,000 things to say. Probably even 1,000,000 things to say. But because I allowed my fear to, but since then I have overcome my fear. I'm getting up in front of you right now giving a speech. And I'm comfortable. Quite frankly, this is the easiest thing in the world. So in conclusion, why be afraid? Don't let your fears dominate you. Don't let your fears control you. Overcome those fears because you'll find a world on the other side of those fears. Thank you, Toastmasters.